Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Friday night yoga practice. I'm Jim. Good to see you all again. And these are my friends. This is Maya. Maya is my oldest daughter, and this is her friend Abby.
Hi.
And Maya and Abby are going to help us out today, demoing some of the postures and providing some alternatives to maybe what it might look like, or just to help support you, make sure it feels really good in your body today. So ladies, why don't you head over to the mat and we'll get set up. Great, so this is just a reminder, everybody, if you've got some blocks you'd like to bring along, or a blanket, or some pillows, whatever you need for your practice. I don't think we'll need a chair today. We won't be doing any standing balancing postures with today's practice. Today's practice is going to be geared towards finding some stretch through your lower half, your hamstrings and your quads, and opening up the hips a little bit. So a little more relaxed practice than the one from last week. Anyway, so to get started again this week, two focuses again. The first one is the same as last week, is going to be to concentrate or bring awareness to your breath and how you're breathing, just noticing the inhales and the exhales. And then the second piece with today's practice is going to be all about just noticing what it feels like, what the stretches feel like in your body, and making sure that you're operating in that place that feels comfortable. It's kind of like the Goldilocks principle, right? Folks, it's like never too hard or never too soft. It's that place right in the middle that feels really good. So that's kind of the intention with our practice today. So ladies and everybody, we're going to start with a little just getting connected with our breath. So I'm going to invite you to bring one hand to your chest and one hand to your belly. Yeah. And then just here, just notice your breath. Notice how with the inhales, the body fills up with air. And with the exhales, just notice the body emptying out all the air. Collectively, let's breathe together here. So collectively, big inhale, fill up, stand nice and tall, long line through the front body. Then exhaling, notice where your feet are coming into contact with the earth, really grounded and supported. Do that again, big breath together, inhale. Think about lengthening. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Grounding down here. One more time. Together, big inhale. Soften your shoulders. Exhale, let it go. Good. So let's come down onto the mat. Let's come to standing on our knees. So come onto your knees. Great. Yeah, hips over the knees, arms by the sides. Looks really good. So the warm-up phase of our practice this week is going to be what we refer to as a moon salutation. Last week we did a sun salutation. This week is a moon salutation. Again, we're going to move the body with the breath. So collectively, we'll begin. Inhale, take the arms up high by the ears, maybe look up. And then exhale, bring your hips to your heels, forehead to the mat, child's pose. We're going to move with the breath here. Good. Inhale, forward, tabletop position. Stack the shoulders right over the wrist. Good. And then exhale, tuck the toes under, press your hips back, downward facing dog. And then with the inhale, we're coming back to that tabletop position. So inhale, fluidly flowing forward, and then exhale, bring your heels back or your hips back down to your heels, child's pose. Good. And then inhale, rise up, starting position. So standing on the knees, arms by the ears, look up. That's it. And then exhale, bring your hands to your back pockets. Place your hands across your lower back. Good. And then inhale, just lift your chest. And then exhale, bring your hands by your sides, starting position. Once again, one full round of breath here. Inhale and exhale. Good. Let's do it again. Ready, Maya? Here we go. Inhale, arms to the sky, starting position. There you go. Moving with your breath. Exhale, hips to heels. Child's pose. Good. Inhale, forward tabletop. Long spine, really good. Tuck your toes, press your hips back, downward facing dog. Nice work. Inhale, forward tabletop position once again. So bring the knees down and then exhale, hips to heels. Long, slow, smooth quality to the breath. Inhale, rising up, reach up, stretch up, come to standing on the knees. Exhale, hands into the back pockets. Inhale, lift the sternum or lift the chest. And then exhale, bring your hips back down to your heels. Come to that seated position. We'll do that as the transition spot. One full round of breath, just breathing here. Good. We're going to do this one more time. So come to standing on your knees. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, child's pose, hips to heels, forehead towards the mat. Inhale, tabletop. Long spine, tuck your toes, exhale, press your hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward tabletop position once again. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, look up, starting position. Exhale, hands into the back pockets. Inhale, gently press the hips forward, lift the chest. Exhale, gently release here, hips to heels. One full round of breath. Good work, looks great. Now we're going to build on that a little bit, a second variation. So let's come to standing on the knees. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, child's pose, hips to heels, forehead to the mat. Inhale, tabletop, long, slow, smooth quality to the breath. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Now with your inhale, you're going to bring your right knee into your chest and you're going to place your foot in between your hands and then release that back knee. Low lunge. Yeah, good. Release the back knee down all the way. Good. Inhale, bring your hands to that front thigh. One full round of breath here. Exhale, sink a little bit lower. Lunge nice and deep. And then inhale, reach your arms up. Look up. Nice. Exhale, bring the hands, frame that front foot. Bring the hands to the earth, frame the front foot, step back, downward facing dog. That's it. Inhale, come high onto the tiptoes, right up high onto your toes. Exhale, let the heels sink a little closer to the earth. Other side. Inhale, draw that left knee into the chest, place the foot in between the hands and release that back knee down. Good adjustments. Inhale, bring the hands to the front thigh. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Notice the opening through the hip. Inhale, reach the arms up. Good. Look up if it feels good. Exhale, let's release the hands back down to the earth. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high onto the tiptoes. Exhale, release the heels down. Good. Inhale forward, tabletop position. Release the knees to the earth. Exhale, child's pose, hips to heels, forehead towards the mat. Inhale, reaching up, rise up, starting position. Hands reach up. Good. Exhale, let's bring the hands into the back pockets. Gently press the hips forward, lift the chest. And releasing hips to heels. Neutral spine. Put your hands on your thighs and just breathe here. How we feeling? Thumbs up. We feeling okay? Good. Let's do that one more time. Nice. Really concentrate on those two aspects of our practice that we're trying to integrate today. Think about concentrating on inhales and exhales, and then just notice what it feels like to be in your body. Nice. Love the smiles. Let's come to standing on the knees. Here we go. And to begin, inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hips to heels, child's pose, forehead towards the mat. Good, nice movement. Inhale, forward tabletop. Spread your fingers wide, nice work. And then tuck your toes, hips high, down dog. Inhale, right knee into the chest, foot between the hands, and then place that back knee on the ground. Good, inhale, hands to the front thigh. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, reach the hands up. Good. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high onto the tiptoes, hips high, good. Exhale, release the heels down. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, left knee into the chest, foot between the hands, release the back knee. Good, hands to the front thigh and exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to the earth, frame the front foot, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, high onto the tiptoes. Good. Exhale, release the heels. Inhale, forward, tabletop position. Release the knees to the earth, nice long spine. Exhale, hips to heels, child's pose. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, look up, starting position. Exhale, hands into the back pockets. Gently press the hips forward, lift the chest. Exhale, neutral spine, hips to heels. Let's bring the hands into the lap, breathing here. Good. Let's take a wide-legged child's pose. Take the knees nice and wide, big toes come to touch. Then walk the hands long out in front of you. Think about forehead to the mat. If the forehead doesn't come to the mat, Maya, we'll get you to stack your fists and create a little pillow. Yeah, nice adjustment. Looks good. Those are your variations. Now from here, I'm going to invite you to just come back to your breath. Notice the inhales and the exhales. And then just notice your body. Notice those places that maybe feel a little bit of tension or need a little extra love today, the hips or the shoulders or your low back. Good. Now I want you to walk your hands long out in front, Maya. Yeah. And then let's come up into a tabletop position, everyone. And then bring the knees about hip width apart. Good. We're going to go into a heart melting pose. So walk the hands long out in front and keep the hips stacked over the knees. You're going to bring the forehead all the way to the mat. So the hips are over the knees. Bring the forehead all the way down. That's it. Just breathing here. With every inhale, think about your body lengthening. And with the exhales, just notice all the places that your body's coming into contact with the earth. Let's bring the hands back underneath the shoulders and we'll press up into a tabletop position. Good. With your inhale, take that right arm high to the sky. Reach up, look up. Yeah, right arm reaches up. And then exhale, take that right arm and bring it underneath the body, threading it through that space, and then bring that shoulder and head all the way down to the mat. Yeah, that's it. Looks good. Just breathing here, working into your twist. You got it. Looks good, Abby. Just one more breath. Now I want you to bring that left hand underneath your shoulder, and then you're going to press into that arm and lift up, and then you're going to reach that right arm up to the sky once again. Reach up, stretch up, look up, and exhale, release. Take that right hand to the ground. We're going to come through a couple rounds of cat and cow, moving with the breath. Inhale, lift. Inhale, you're going to lift the sternum, look up. Inhale, look up. Good. And then exhale, cat pose. Press into the earth, round out through your spine. We'll do that 2 more times. So inhale, lift. Good. Exhale, press, round out through the spine. Nice work. One more time. Moving with the breath. Inhale and exhale. Cat pose. Good. Inhale, neutral spine. Let's take that left arm high to the sky. Reach that left arm up. Look up. Stretch up. Exhale. Thread that arm underneath through the space you've created. Bring the shoulder and the head down. Looks good. And just breathe. Notice your breath. Maybe the breath is shallow, or maybe it's a little more full and robust. That's okay. Whatever it is, no judgment, no dialogue, just breathing. Little Friday night yoga. Nice. Let's bring the right hand underneath the shoulders. Press into the hand, lift the torso, and then reach that left arm up to the sky. Look up, reach up, stretch up. Exhale, release the left hand down. 3 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, lift, cow. Good. Exhale, rounding out through the spine. This is cat. Press the earth away. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Think about lifting your heart up to the sky. Exhale, press the earth away, round out. Looks good. One last time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, neutral spine. And then tuck your toes under, press your hips back, downward facing dog. Good work here. Inhale, I want you to flow forward into a plank position. Looks like the top of a push-up. Yeah. And then exhale, press your hips back, downward facing dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale forward. Stack the shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, hips go back, downward facing dog. One last time. Inhale forward, plank, strong and controlled. Nice work. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out your dog here. Bend one knee, then the other. Find a little movement. I want you to spread your fingers wide, pressing down into the earth. Lift the hips nice and high. Good work. Inhale. Take your right leg high to the sky. Lift it high. This is called 3-legged dog. I want you to draw your toes back towards your knee. Yeah, so your foot is flexed. Good. One more breath. Inhale. Then exhale. Draw that right knee into the chest and put the foot in between the hands. And then release that back knee down. Good. From here, I want you to heel toe that right foot off to the side a little bit and bring that right hand to the inside of the thigh. That's it. You got it. Looks good. Now you can work right here. And then Maya, maybe you work here. Abby, I want you to reach that right hand forward. Reach it out towards the camera and then reach it up and back. You're going to reach towards the back. Good. Now, Abby, if you can bend that back leg and reach around for the top of the foot or the ankle, I'm going to invite you to do that. Otherwise, you're just reaching back here. Abby, continue to look over that right shoulder. That's it. There you go. These are the 2 options. Really good. Now, with the exhale, I want you to unravel the arms. Bring the hands back to the front of the room, Abby. Heel toe that foot back to the center so the arms are framing that front foot once again. Inhale, look up, lift the sternum, and then exhale, let's move into a half split. So rock the hips back, stack the hips over that back knee. And then you're going to dorsiflex that front foot. You're going to flex those front toes back towards the face. Good. That's option 1. Option number 2, Maya, you're going to take your hips all the way down to that back heel. Yeah, that's it. And wherever you're working here, just let your torso fold forward over that front leg. Looks good. 2 options. Really nice work, ladies. What are the 2 things we're concentrating on today in our practice? I want you to bring some awareness, some attention to your breath, the inhales and the exhales. And then just noticing where the sensation is, where the feeling is in your body. Good, last breath. Now with the inhale, we're gonna come back to that low lunge. So rock the weight forward. Low lunge, that's it, Maya, good job. Hands frame the front foot, step back, downward facing dog, hips high. Let's find a little variation on our moon salutation. Inhale, forward tabletop position. Exhale, hips to heels, child's pose. Inhale, reach up, come to standing on the knees, look up, stretch up. Hands into the back pockets, exhale. Inhale, gently press the hips forward. Exhale, hips to heels. Hands into the lap. Full round of breath here. Good. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, child's pose, hips to heels. And then tabletop with the inhale, spine is long. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog, exhale. Just pedal out your dog here, bending through one knee and then the other. Good, three-legged dog, other side. So we're gonna lift that left leg. Inhale, flex the foot. So draw the toes towards the face, really good. Spread the fingers wide, press the earth away with the hands. Nice and strong, inhale. And then with your exhale, draw that left knee into the chest. Place the foot in between the hands. Good work. Release the back knee down. Variation 1. So let's bring that left shoulder to the inside of the thigh. So walk the foot out towards the edge, that front foot, hands to the inside. Good. Maya, you stay here. Abby, inhale, take that left hand to the camera, then up to the sky, and then reach it towards the back. Good. Now bring a bend into that back knee and reach around for the foot. And then keep that gaze over that left shoulder. Option 1 and 2. Looks good. Maya, I feel like you're doing some coaching there. You helping, Abby? Nice work. Great. Just one more breath. And then exhale, unravel, Abby. Let's bring it to the front. And then walk that foot back into the center, hands framing that front foot. Inhale, lift the sternum, look up, lift the chest, and then exhale, draw the hips back. Variation half splits. Yeah, good. Stack the hips. Abby, that's variation 1 for you. Maya, if it feels good, everybody, you take the variation that feels good for you, and then just let the torso hang heavy over that front leg. Notice the stretch in the hamstring. You can have as much of a bend as you want in that front leg. Looks really good. Notice the breath, inhales and exhales. Notice how it feels in your body. Good. With your next inhale, let's rock the weight forward. Hands frame that front foot. Tuck the back toes, step back, hips high, downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. One more time through that variation of moon salutation. So with the inhale, tabletop position, bring the knees to the earth. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, hands into the back pockets. Good, gently press the hips forward. Lift the sternum, lift the chest. Nice. Exhale, let's come back to center, hips to heels. Seated position, hands into the lap. Good work. Let's just bring the hips over to one side, and then we're gonna swing the legs around out front. Feel good? Great, thumbs up. Everybody's feeling good? Great. Abby, you feeling okay? Great. Good job. Okay, let's draw the right knee into the chest. Big hug. Yeah. And then take the right sole of the foot to the inside of the left thigh. So the knee opens up, the hip externally rotates, looks good. Now dorsiflex the toes on the extended leg. Looks good. Flex the feet, spread the toes wide. Good. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, look up. And then exhale, folding forward as much of a bend as you need in that front leg, and fold forward over the leg. I'm going to invite you to get a hold of the knee or the calf or the foot. Use the leverage gently in the arms to find a little more space. I want you to concentrate on both of your sits bones being rooted on the earth there. Really good work. Good. Last breath, exhale. Then inhale, lift the torso. Let's come back up to center. Good work. I want you to reach that right hand behind you now. And then we're going to come into a little bit of a back bend. Bring that left arm up and around and press into the right arm and lift the hips. Swing the arm around, press, lift. You got it. Looks so good. And then exhale, release it down. Good. Draw that right knee back to center. Hug it in nice and tight. Option number one. Maya, you stay right here. Abby, option number two would be to take that right sole of the foot to the outside of the left thigh. So cross it over. Good. So we're going to come into a little spinal twist. The intention here is to really draw that bent knee into the center line of the body. And then we're going to twist it open. So you can stay right here, hugging the knee with the left arm, and then reach that right hand behind you, twisting open, looking over that right shoulder. Looks good. Yeah, to continue to draw the right knee towards the center line. Really nice. One more breath. Exhale, let's unravel, come back to center. Then we're going to find a little counter twist. So take that left hand behind you now and twist open. Good. That's it. Exhale, unravel. Good. Draw the right knee back in and then extend both legs long. Little wiggle. Let that go. Nice. Let's try the other side. Draw the left knee in. Give it a big squeeze. And then left sole of the foot inside of that right thigh. Let the knee fall open. Good. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, look up. Exhale, fold forward, as much of a bend in that front knee as you need. Remember to dorsiflex or to flex the toes back towards the face. Really good. Let the head be heavy. Let gravity do the work here. Notice the breath. Is it easy? Or is it a little faster, a little quicker pace with the breath? No judgment, no dialogue around that. And then just notice the sensations in the body. Good. With the next inhale, let's come back up to that seated position, nice and tall. We're drawing that knee in. Oh, no, we're doing that back bend. Sorry, leave it down. Put the knee back down. Great. Take the left hand behind you. Yeah, press into the hand and sweep that arm up and across. Press up. Yeah, nice. That looks good. Exhale, release it down. Then we'll move into that spinal twist. Draw the knee back to center. Big hug. Option one is Maya. Hugging that knee right in. Option two is Abby. Take the foot over top. Really good. This time you're hugging with that left hand and the right hand comes, no. Other way. Yeah, yeah. You're twisting to the side of the bent knee. You got it. Thank you. Good. So with every inhale, think about sitting nice and tall, long line through that front body. And then with the exhales, maybe twisting open, maybe gaze over that left shoulder. Nice adjustments. Exhale, let's come back to center. Counter twist. Take that right hand behind you. Good. Nice work. Exhale back to center. Extend the leg long, little wiggle, shake it out. Nice work. Good. Let's come into one more forward fold, and then we'll move into one last back bend. So inhale, reach up, stretch up, look up. Flex both your feet back towards your face. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Let the head be heavy here. So rounding out through your spine, as much of a bend in your knees as you need. Find lots of length through that low back. So sometimes when we bend the knees, it allows us to find a little more space in the back. So if your knees aren't bent, maybe just try bending them a little bit and notice how that feels different. And then come back to your breath. Long, slow, smooth inhalations and long, slow, smooth exhalations. Good work. With your inhale, let's come back up to center. Now we're going to bring a bend in our knees, soles of the feet to the earth. We're going to come into a reverse tabletop. So you're going to take your hands behind you, but have your fingers face back towards your feet. That's it, Maya. Towards the feet. Good. And then when you're ready, inhale, press into the hands and the feet and lift the hips. This is tabletop position. Hips are lifted. Yeah, good. Spine is long. Press into the earth. Yeah, so strong. One more breath here. And then exhale, release. Good. Let the legs be long. Little wiggle. Shake it out. Good. I want you to bring a bend back to the knees, soles of the feet to the earth. We're just going to do a little windshield wiper from side to side. So again, take the hands behind you, and then let's move to the left side first with the breath. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. One more time, just like that. Left, inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Nice. Now what I want you to do is, if I could get you to turn around and lay down on your mats with your heads towards me. Perfect. And then bend in your knees, soles of your feet to the earth, and then walk your feet about to the width or the edges of the mat, and let the knees fall in towards the center line. And here I want you to bring one hand to your heart or your chest and one hand to your belly. Good. This is we begin the finishing phases of our practice. This is a great opportunity to just reflect on your practice and come back to the two things that we said were most important with today's practice, is just concentrating on your breath, the inhales and the exhales, and just how it feels in your body. Nice work. Let's heel toe the feet back towards one another. And then the soles of the feet are going to come to touch. And then let the knees fall open wide. Little counter pose here. And if it feels good, I'm going to invite you to take your arms up over your head and reach for your hands or your opposite elbows. And just breathe here. Remember that Goldilocks idea we were talking about. So what do we know about Goldilocks? Not too hard or not too soft. It's that place that's in the middle. It feels easy. It's effortless. Good. We're going to take the hands to the outside of the thighs. We're going to draw the knees back together. Good. And then we're going to set up for a little thread the needle, little hip opener. So draw your right knee into your chest. Give it a big hug. Squeeze it in nice and tight. And so the knee is flexed here. Great. Now you're going to take that right ankle over top of your left thigh. Nice. And then continue to flex those toes on the right foot. That protects our knee. Good. That's option one. Maya, you stay here. Abby, I want you to reach your hand through the space you've created, and you're going to interlace your fingers around your hamstring. Really nice. Looks good. Nice variation. In variation number 2, where Abby's working, you want to make sure that left knee is drawing towards the left shoulder. Looks really good. Nice hip opener here. Maya, you can take that right hand to that right thigh and gently open it up. Little extra stretch. Really good work. Nice. Now with the exhale, I want you to release the foot down, Abby. And then both of you will draw that right knee back into the chest. Give it a big hug. Now extend that right leg high to the sky. Flex the toes. Good. And then I want you to walk the hands up that right leg. So you're lifting the head and shoulders up off the earth. That's it. Now point the toe. Point the toes on that right foot. Look up. Great job. Exhale. Release everything back down. Head and shoulders down. Bring a bend into the knee. And then we're going to windshield wiper those knees once again. So exhale to the right. Inhale, nice. Inhale, Abby back to center. Exhale to the left. Looks good, you guys. Inhale, center. One more time, both sides. Exhale. Moving with the breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Well done. Inhale back to center. We'll move into the other side. Draw the left knee into the chest. Big hug. So the knee is flexed. Good. Then take the left ankle over top of that right thigh. Variation 1, Maya's going to work right here. Variation 2, Abby will reach through, grab a hold of that hamstring. Continue to draw your toes, Abby, back towards your knee. This protects the knee joint. Good job. Maya, left hand to left thigh. Little extra help with opening up here. Abby, left knee draws towards that, right knee draws towards that right shoulder. Well done. Remember to breathe. Good. Abby, exhale, release that right foot down to the ground. And then ladies, draw that left knee back into the chest. Big hug. And then extend that left sole of the foot to the sky. Good. And then walk your hands up the hamstring, maybe to the calf, maybe all the way to the foot, and then lift the head and shoulders. Look up, point the toe. Good. Just 2 more breaths. Lift, lift, lift. Nice work. And exhale, release the head and shoulders. Bend into the knee, soles of the feet to the earth. We're going to windshield one more time. So exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. One more time, just like that with your breath. Exhale right. Inhale. Center. Exhale left. Center with the inhale. Nice work. Let's set up for a little spinal twist. So the variation this time, draw the right knee into the chest. Then cross that right ankle over that left thigh. And then let the knees fall all the way to the right. So your arms will come out to the sides, cactus arms or T-shape. Yeah. Now let the weight of that top foot just help open up the hips, help with the spinal twist. If it feels good, you got a little more space, just look over that left shoulder. Nice work. Remember to breathe. What's it feel like to be in your body? Little Friday night yoga. Have a little yogi nap here. Inhale, bring the gaze back up to center first, and then the knees will follow. Let the knees come back up. Draw that right knee into the chest. Give it a hug and release the sole of the foot down. Let's come into the other side, counter twist. Draw the left knee in. Give it a hug. Place that left ankle on top of that right thigh, and then let the knees fall towards the left. Other side. Arms come out to the sides, cactus arms or T-shape. Good. When you're ready or when it feels good, you can look over that right shoulder, away from the side of the bent knees. Good. Just breathing. Just one more breath here. Inhale back to center. Gaze first, and then the knees come back. Good. Draw the left knee into the chest, big hug. Then release the sole of the foot down. From here, I want you to draw both knees into your chest. Squeeze as tight as you can. And if you can, I want you to reach down for the outside of the feet and lift the head and shoulders. So forehead to the knees, chin to the chest. You're going to squeeze as tight as you can into a little cannonball here. Squeezing, squeezing so tight for 3 and 2 and 1. Gently release. Let the legs extend long. Take up some room on your mat here so the legs are long. Take the heels to the edges of the mat. Let the feet fall open. Arms are by your sides, palms facing up. Just breathing. This is a perfect time in our practice to maybe just take a moment to reflect on our day. Think about what was the best part of your day? What made you the happiest today? I want you to remember that. And then just let that feeling of happiness wash over you. What are you grateful for? Who in your life are you grateful for today? Could be this amazing community that we get to be a part of, Special Olympics. Could be a friend or someone in your family who's here with you today practicing yoga. Could be one of your teachers or maybe a coworker. Who are you grateful for? Okay. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Circle your wrists and your ankles. With your inhale, draw your legs together at the end of the mat and take your arms up overhead. Big stretch, reach, stretch. Good. Exhale, draw your knees into your chest. One last hug. One of my teachers always tells me, each of us requires a minimum of 6 hugs a day. So if you haven't started with those six hugs, consider this the first one. Yeah, that's number 1. Good. Release the soles of the feet to the earth. Take your right arm up by your right ear and roll over onto your side. And just notice your breath here. Three-dimensional breath, the breath that has length and width, depth, just a big full breath. Good. And then with your exhale, let's come up to a seated position. Now you can come to seated on your shins, or you can extend your legs out long, or you can sit crisscross applesauce, whatever feels good here, just to close out our practice. We got you half in the shadows, half in the light here. Yeah, scooch back a little. I love it. Thanks, Maya. Thanks, Abby. Okay, really good. So at the end of our practice, we bring our hands together. We bring our hands to our heart. And the reason we do this is as an acknowledgement. So first of all, I want to say thank you to everybody for coming to practice this evening and being part of this wonderful community. And so the idea of bringing the hands together is this acknowledgement. It's like saying hello. And the idea is that I'm saying hello to that greatness inside of you, the best parts of you. And you're doing the same. You're acknowledging or seeing the best parts in me. So I want to thank you again for coming to practice. I want to thank Special Olympics for inviting us to be part of this wonderful community. Remember to take care of each other. I hope to see you soon. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Be well.